Welcome to the speaking section. I will explain what you can expect and not expect for topics on your next speaking exam. Now let's watch and learn. Welcome to the speaking section of the exam. My name is Matthew and I will be your examiner for this part of the test. I will give you instructions for each of the 3 parts we are conducting this exam. Let's start. Can you please tell me your full name?
Yes, my full name is Sarah Henry. Please call me by my given name, Sarah.
Can you show me your identification, please?
Yes, of course. Here is the passport that I used for my registration.
For part 1, I will ask you a couple of questions to get to know you better and some questions on a general topic. Let's talk about hobbies. What do you like to do in your free time?
In my free time, I enjoy a variety of activities. I like reading books, especially mystery novels and biographies. I also enjoy watching movies, playing board games with my friends, and also practicing yoga for my health and fitness.
Do you think hobbies are important?
I think hobbies are important because they help us to be relaxed, recharge, and explore our interest. They provide us a much-needed break from our daily routine. They also contribute to our personal growth by teaching us new skills and provide us an opportunity to socialize with others who share similar passion.
Now let's talk about your family. How many people are there in your family?
There are 5 members in my family, including myself. I have my parents, an elder brother, and a younger sister.
Can you describe one of your family members?
Sure, I will describe my elder brother. His name is Jackson and he is 27 years old. He is an engineer working in a technology organization. He is a very ambitious and hardworking person. He loves to spend time with his family and friends and is quite sociable. We share a very special bond and engage in different activities like watching movies and playing games together.
Deeper for spending time with your family or your friends, and why?
I love spending time with both my family and friends. But if I were to choose, I would definitely choose my family. This is because we share a deep connection and understanding, and I feel extremely comfortable with them. Moreover, spending time with my family helps me to stay grounded and maintain strong bonds, which I believe is essential for a fulfilling life.
Let's discuss the environment. What steps do you take to protect the environment?
I try to do my part in protecting the environment. I recycle and try not to use single-use plastics. I use public transportation, walk or cycle for shorter distances to save carbon footprint. I also try to conserve energy by switching off lights and appliances that are not in use, and I also try to use energy-efficient bulbs.
How can people be encouraged to protect the environment?
I think by education and awareness are the key factors in encouraging people to protect the environment. Government and organizations should promote environmental conservation by conducting workshops, classes and campaigns or seminars. Moreover, introducing eco-friendly practices in workplaces and schools can also instill a sense of environmental responsibility in people. Additionally, imposing tax credit or discounts for using eco-friendly products could also encourage people to protect the environment.
That is the end of part 1. You can expect that the examiner will ask you some introductory questions, asking you for your identification, your name, where you live, whether you work or go to school. These are very popular questions. The examiner asks these so that you feel comfortable and confident for the ensuing parts of the exam. For the general topics of part 1, you should expect topics that all people participate in, such as in this case hobbies, family, and the environment. At other times the examiner might ask a variety of topics, as in this case with not only the environment but also about hobbies and the family. This can happen for 2 reasons. 1. If the examiner feels that some of your answers are rehearsed or you are using templates, like I have several hobbies, including sports, music, but the one I would like to talk about is reading, then the examiner might switch up the questions and ask you about family. Now, in another case, the examiner might ask you on a variety of topics if they feel you have very good English and they are exploring how well you can speak on different concepts. In either case, don't use templates. Examiners don't like them and they will not get you good scores. Do not expect to guess the topics of Part 1. This is simply impossible. There are hundreds of different general concepts that the examiner can choose from, and within those there are hundreds of different questions. Now, on to Part 2. For this part, I will show you some questions. You will have 1 minute to look at these questions. Think about your answers. You can take notes. You will have 1 to 2 minutes to speak on these questions. I will tell you when to start and when to stop. Describe a person you admire. Your 1 minute preparation time begins now. Your 1 minute preparation time is up. Please begin speaking.
The person I admire the most is my grandmother. She is in her late 70s. But why would never tell because she looks like she is in her 50s. She has long dark hair and a very big smile. She has been an essential part of my life since my childhood and I have always looked up to her. Throughout my childhood she has always taken care of me and my siblings. There are several qualities that I admire in my grandmother. First and foremost, she is kind and compassionate. Whenever I feel low, I go to my grandmother and she provides me. She has taught me the importance of remaining positive even at the face of adversity. Whenever I need some encouragement or guidance, I admire my grandmother because she has been a source of love, support, and inspiration.
I will stop you there. For Part 2, like for Part 1, do not expect to predict the exact question of the cue card. This is simply not possible. There are too many choices and the IELTS exam is always creating new cue cards for upcoming exams. Instead, know the structure in the 5 possible categories. Like people, places, objects, events, and ideas. Each of these 5 categories has a unique content and structure that you can follow to get those high scores. Now, on to Part 3. I will ask you a question related to your response and some questions connected to the topic of Part 2. How do you express your appreciation for your grandmother?
Well, I call her as often as I can in the evenings, as well as in the weekends, and I try to tell her how much I love her every chance I get. I just talked to her yesterday and we had a really good chat.
For Part 3, you can definitely expect a follow-up question directly related to your Part 2 cue card response. I hope you're benefited from the video. For more, please press the bell and subscribe.